So how did our warm-up go today? Are we all warmed up, ready to just hit some of these high A's? D, E's, F's? All right, let's take it at the tempo it was yesterday, and then we'll speed it up.
Oh, che guaio, che cosa ho fatto, oh Signore, salvami. Dov'era la mia testa, l'ho perduta il mio amore. Aiutami. Oh, che
This is the second rehearsal of Light in the Piazza. At this point in the rehearsal process, we are concentrating on one, getting, of course, the notes right, but also getting the cast to feel like they are an ensemble. So breathing together, cutting off together, doing the same articulations, doing the same vowel placements, and making sure that they just feel themselves as a group.
che cosa ho fatto, mi sono dato in una catastrofe, in una catastrofe. Aiutami.
Yeah, let's go through that. So I'm losing rhythm at 52. My sister actually got me into theater. She was the singer and the actress, and I was the really bad actor girl that stood in the back with the tall guys. That was my acting career. In all the shows that I did, I actually had only one line, I think, in my entire acting career. I am music director for Theater Latte, but I also get to music direct in other places. I've worked at Children's Theater Company, Park Square, Theater Moo, as well as other theaters. In musical theater, you have to be able to play many, many styles. You know, you have to be able to play things like Gershwin in Berlin. You have to be able to make up, early rock and roll. You have to be able to do the best jazz that you can do. You have to be able to go from one style to the other. In high school, I would be listening to, new wave and punk and the Sex Pistols, and then turning around and listening to Barry Manilow, and then putting on some Bach cantata. So just being able to take all those different styles and internalize them and be able to pull them out when you need them.
Donde we meet, the way you lean against the wheel.
Yeah. The score for Light in the Piazza is incredibly dense and very operatic in a romantic style. Can we try it one more time? It sounds beautiful, though. Part of the issue with operatic inspired pieces is that everyone just wants to sound pretty. So I keep encouraging them, you don't need to sound pretty. Now we need you to emote, and how are you going to do that vocally?
Donde we meet, the way you lean against the wheel.
Alex plays Fabrizio. I was working with him and saying, you have to be softer here because you're devastated, and that you're going to let your emotions sweep you over here, and now you have to be glorious and in love. So from here to here, one phrase, and he'll do it. But that's what's so fun about it, is being able to manipulate all of those moments.
This is love to me.
There are so many things I love about working with Denise. She and I have been friends for, I think, over 30 years. We went to high school together, and then we started Theater Latte together in 1998. We have very similar theatrical instincts as far as what's telling the story and how to put that story in the forefront. And so I think as collaborators over years, we just have this shorthand, and we know how to challenge each other and share our opinions, but it's always towards a common understanding and a common goal.
I started playing piano when I was 4. I just loved playing the piano. I did it all the time. And I was on my way to a classical career. I went to St. Olaf, and about my junior year, I ended up breaking my arm. It wasn't debilitating, but it was enough to take me off the classical path. So my life became musical theater, which is fantastic, because I would have been miserable as a classical pianist. I would have hated it. And musical theater is just so, it just speaks to me. It's so passionate and contemporary, and it just has an energy about it that classical music doesn't for me. You can interpret the music differently. If you want to take a song twice as fast, go ahead. You know, if you want to throw a kick line, you know, in the middle of this song because it's fun, absolutely. I don't know the last time I've seen a kick line in classical music, although they should have them, I think.
Our assignment was to write a song for a 30-year-old man who just got into a car accident.
Prosody is a songwriting group I started comprised of composers and lyricists.
What a charmer, what a play. This must be my lucky day. Got a bonus,
I
what a score.
probably do
Got a girl
5,
like
6, 7 benefits or cabarets a year, and I'm always looking for new material.
That's the car starting now. 6 o'clock and time to fly.
Each month, we have projects. The composer and lyricist go off and they write their song and they come back, present it in front of the group.
Celebrate and burn some money.
From the beginning, Theater Latte has been interested in new voices. And I think Prosody, Denise's group, is an extension of that, taking people, performers, writers, musicians, but giving them a platform to be creative voices, not just interpretive voices. So often in the theater, what I do is I interpret someone else's work. And I think it's important that we encourage creative artists who start with a blank canvas, a blank page, and encourage them to exercise their voice. And Prosody, I think, has done that.
On this just so happy hour of my life.
It's amazing the amount of material that's come out of Prosody. I'm very excited.
Minnesota Original is made possible by the State Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund and the citizens of Minnesota.